What's up, everybody? This is Chili Mostly, aka the coolest man on YouTube. What it do? What it do? What it do? I just got another little screen cap video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to let's go to Nike and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what's going on. You know what I mean? We just gonna go to new releases and everything. And I just want to talk about how I feel about Nike right now as a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with Nike heavy. You know, Nike is my shit. You know, most of my shoes are Nike. You feel me? Cause that's what I grew up on. You know, so that's what I wear. So you know, I wanna do a video and just talk about Nike. You know what I mean? And what I feel Nike is and what it was. Now, Nike right now to me is money whoring the fuck out of us. Now, I understand you know, inflation and, you know, prices and all that shit like that. But the things you get for what you pay for sometimes just ain't, you know, it ain't kosher. You hear me? And that's what kind of turned me off a little bit from the sneaker game. You know what I mean? Like, I was tired of chasing shoes. Like, that right there was a big problem for me. Like, you know, I'm not good with letdowns. I'm not good with rejection. I'm not good with, like, you know, not getting my way, because I always got my way in life. You feel me? So when it's a shoe I really want and I can't get it, it kind of irritates me. So that right there kind of put the little stamp on you know, a little bit of my lack of sneaker enthusiasm, you know, over the last, you know, month probably. Um, you know, so that kind of put a damper in my parade. Now, Nike is doing a great job now with putting out a lot. Excuse me, we're putting out a lot of shoes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's some shoes that are like, you know, hyper and quick strikes and shit like that. That, you know, you might not have a lot, but a lot of shoes that used to be limited are now GRs. You know what I'm saying? And that started with the what the LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? They kind of turned into. No, I'm gonna say it started with the what's some shit's called, the Carmine Sixes. It started around that time, and then it kind of like progressed into, like, you know, they just having a lot of shoes, which is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it gives people, you know, an opportunity to cop who normally couldn't cop. And so Nike's doing a great job with that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the thing they doing that's kind of crazy is that, you know, in the midst of them killing the reseller, they're becoming a reseller, and that's kind of corny. Like, you know what I mean? I remember when retros used to be $99. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was in high school, when a fucking new Jordan came out, they was $99. You know what I'm saying? I remember they went to like 130 or some shit like that. When, like, they retro like all like the fives or something like that. It was like 130. But now you paying $200 for a shoe that has 1992 technology in it. You feel what I'm saying? It's not like they're making these shoes and then they're putting, like, you know, new technology into them to make them different. No, it's the same exact shoe with just cheaper quality leather. You know what I'm saying? So why are we paying more for that? You know, and that's this kind of shit that, like, you know, that kind of like irritate me about the shoe game. You know what I'm saying? And then I, like, you know, I'm a mini hater. So when I see people, I'm a mini hater. I'm a mini hater in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see people that don't have to put in any work to get shoes, that just automatically, got every shoe that, somebody gonna look out for them, somebody gonna give it to them for retail, somebody gonna ship it to them, some company is gonna give it to them. And I look at that and it's like, oh man, like the shoe game is really turned into like a business instead of a hobby. You know what I mean? Instead of a passion. So when I see all that kind of stuff, it just is like boo. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing Nike's doing that I don't like is that every hot shoe that come out, you can turn around and make an ID of it. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna charge you, ID prices, but it's like, damn, like, what's the point in having all these shoes? What's the point of dropping all these shoes for $220 and all this bullshit, and you could turn around and make your own anytime you want? So it's like a double-edged sword. It's kind of like, okay, Nike, this colorway is whack, but I can make this. You feel me? I can make this hot. So I just don't understand what Nike's doing right now. Cause I know they don't care about the consumer. So why is it that they gouging the prices, and why is it that they putting so many shoes out in the market? Is it just greed? Is it just a money tactic? Like, hey, well, we want to make the most amount of money possible, and we don't want somebody else making way more money off our product than we do. You know what I'm saying? So like all the prices done went up over time, and it's like astronomical now. Like like a fucking just a basketball shoe. I remember back when like 180, and I mean I remember when the foam pods first came out, and it was 180, and that was like not in my price range. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, what? 180 for a sneaker, and it like blew my mind and shit. You know what I mean? So I knew I wasn't getting them. I wound up getting the Royal Blue Foams when they first came out, but I didn't think I would. But my mom, she wound up saying, "All right, if you really want them, I'll buy them for you." This was back when I was like 13, 14, some shit like that. So she wound up buying them for me, but that was a shoe that was worth 180 because it had crazy new technology. You feel me? It was way different than anything that was on the market. Now it's like all these shoes got great technology in them, but what's the difference? Like these LeBrons, 220. You go up and look at these Kyries or whatever. They're only 175. You feel me? Dub Zeros, they're only 160. You know what I'm saying? These used to be hot. Like niggas was rocking Dub Zeros crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like where the Kobe's at? Another Kyrie, 110. Like, Kobe's 180. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this Kobe is not worth 180. It doesn't even it don't look good. And it's what I mean, it's a low top basketball shoe. Even though people are wearing low top basketball shoes now, it's still just not like, the bee's knees. Let me go to basketball only. I don't want all this weird shit. Alright, so like you got like these LeBrons. Let me see. Like I would cop these. Oh, my body's on. It automatically added the cart. So these are sitting too. You know what I mean? Like because Nike realized like people ain't trying to pay $200 for a shoe that they're not fully committed to. You feel me? So when you dropping all these shoes with all these weird colorways, you gonna have all these. Look at all these are in stock. Only thing out of stock is like the Datas and the eggplants. But you can still go to other places and buy these. But you know what I mean? Like all these are still in stock. And to me, these are the dopest. To me, what sizes they got? Well, they ain't in stock. Well, they got a size 9. But people really just ain't trying to pay this money. And Nike, for whatever reason, is just like on some like shit where they wanna They want to cram these shoes down our throat. But then you got the young kids who now have money. Because, when we was growing up, we didn't have money. There was no hustle unless you was a hustler, selling drugs or selling some other kind of product. You didn't have money for shoes. You feel me? You didn't have money to spend crazy. These kids nowadays, they're resellers, so they got the money to spend. So it's like Nike isn't losing anything because, the young kids that's like 14, 15 making mad resale money and got add to cart services and all that shit like that. They come and they buy all these shoes. You feel me? So Nike, all they can really do is keep on raising the prices because people keep on buying them. You know what I mean? And like the only way that's ever going to change is if we stop. But we can't. You know what I mean? Because this is what we do. This is our life in a way. Like, this is your passion. This is your hobby. Every man needs a hobby. And me, I have multiple hobbies. So that's why it was kind of easy for me to cut the shoes off for a minute. But after cutting the shoes off for a minute, like, I unfollow mad people on Twitter and shit. Like, I was done, dog. Like, I wasn't answering nobody's Twitter questions and shit. But I'm back now. But Nike still need to do something, man. They need to do something, man, that changes the game. And yes, I applaud them for making a lot of shoes GRs. But at the same time, a lot of GRs, they get downplayed and they get lame, so they sit around. I'm sure Nike has so much stock of certain shoes that's just sitting around because people ain't hyped on them. Hype drives the sneaker game. People call you a hype beast, whatever they want to call you, but hype drives the sneaker game. People don't care about a shoe that has no resale value anymore. And everybody complains about the reseller when in all actuality they are the reseller. When in all actuality they are the reason that the reseller exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will say, "Oh, those are sitting. Oh, in my city, these shoes are sitting." Okay, so what? Would that mean it's not a dope shoe? If everybody else doesn't want it, you don't want it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the corny shit in the sneaker game. And Nike is making that like the culture of it now. You know what I'm saying? And even other brands, you know what I'm saying? Like Asics and New Balances and shit like that. Like, a lot of these other companies are making it so that if a shoe isn't hyped or a shoe isn't limited, nobody really wants it. And I think that's corny, and I think that's lame, and I think you should buy what you want, man. If you think this shit look dope, buy it. You feel me? If you think these KDs are sick, buy it. Like, don't just feed into the hype. Even though the hype drives the sneaker game, but I feel like nowadays it drives it too much, and Nike is profiting off of that. You know what I'm saying? Nike know what it's doing. They know what to put out. They know how to work your mind. They know how to make you feel like you need a shoe. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes they make you feel like you don't need a shoe. They'll make fucking hundreds of thousands of a certain shoe and just have them so everybody gets them. And then, the general consensus of the shoe is that it's whack because everybody got them. You know what I'm saying? And that's corny. You know what I'm saying? So Nike, man, step your shit up, man. Do something different, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like the sneaker app shit. Like, that pissed me off. Like, I just got my sneaker code fucking 2 days ago. And I signed up as soon as it was released. You know what I'm saying? And like all the big sneaker people had their codes like that week. You know what I'm saying? And I just got mine. You dig what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is corny. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't even have an iOS device right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have an iPad anymore. I don't have an iPhone 6 Plus anymore. I switched back over to Android, so they don't even have an Android version of the app yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's corny. So I don't know, man. It's just my thoughts. You know what I mean? I feel like I need to give my thoughts because I'm a real dude, man. And what I speak is gospel, nigga. Listen to what I say. You feel me? Not even on no bolo shit, man. I just feel like I see shit for what it is, man. That's one of my gifts in life. I'm a realist to the highest level. You feel me? I don't believe in shit higher than myself. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like I just understand, man. I understand a lot. You know what I mean? From my life. And this is it. Like, new basketball shoes. This is all you got to pick from. All the good shit gets snatched up. And then it's like, it's just whack, man. But I ain't really got much else to say about Nike, man. Nike need to get their shit right. You know what I'm saying? For people to start rocking Reeboks. You feel me? So, I don't know. It's your boy Chili Mostly, man. I'm signing out, y'all. Peace.